Test, test, 1, 2, 3.
Please, God.
Okay, we're live. Oh my god. Hi guys. Welcome to the VR Gamescast. We're very, very sorry for the half an hour delay, but thank you so much for sticking with us. FYI, Jamie's literally sat outside of my room because the voices aren't coming through to each other on the app, but it's on the desktop app, which is all that matters.
I have incredibly limited space to move around. I'm
You're
basically
literally
in a
away.
broom cupboard. This is, yeah, I'm touching walls here. I'm touching walls. Oh, I can go through that wall, so that's not really a good indication, but like just past this wall. So if you hear me scream in pain, I've probably hit my elbow or something.
Okay. Yeah, apparently they had the problem on Monday as well. Very unfortunate.
That's fine.
We'll get it sorted. If not, I will get a system sorted that we can seamlessly jump on over to real life as well.
I took up smoking. I'm confused. Did I? Is that what you do in a broom cupboard?
Again, you guys are the best for sticking with us. Anyway, let's start the show. Welcome to the VR Gamescast, live every Thursday with or without technical issues. We want to say a huge thank you and shout out to our sponsor for this episode, lucky sponsors, of the VR Gamescast, Beanstalker. Check out their new update, the Arctic level, with all new challenges, monsters, and puzzles. Starting this week until December 20th, get Beanstalker for 35% off on Steam. Read about it over at UploadVR.com and check it out in the link below. I'm Zeena. I'm going to be your host. And with me, as always, is Jamie Feltham.
I think I've decided that I'm going to buy the movie rights to Beanstalker. Oh God, I can't even finish this train of thought. And I've decided that the trailer is going to be an old man at the back of a pub, a bit like Aragorn in Fellowship of the Ring when the hobbits first meet him. He's going to be like, "There was once a man that dared climb," and then he'll take his hood off and be like, "I was that Beanstalker," and
beans fall out his ears. Or something.
And I will be the start of the Bean cinematic universe.
Thank you very much for that. Of course, we are not alone. Thank God we are not alone, because you guys are here in the chat with us, helping us get through our Thursday, our very, very difficult Thursday for some reason. Shout out to Adam Hartzell, absolute boy, D1360 VR, thank you so much for joining us, Sampler19, Axel Gundam, Stephen B, Jonas Sandstedt, Niall G, the rest of you, Monkey, the absolute boy Monkey, shout out to Monkey, Exotic Pine Nut, thank you guys so much for sticking with us. Here's a shout out to some of our members, well, to all of our members, who support us every single month. We are very, very grateful. Starting with Jerome Houston, Andrew King, Skiva, Sexy Bicycle, Devin Miller, Matthew May, Rick Ted, Robert Coinonas, Steve Evans, Smash Reality, Adam Hartzell, John Westra, and Dominic Frickman. Thank you guys so much. If you have commitment issues, give us a super chat, super sticker, or buy a t-shirt or mug just down below the video.
One day I'll work out what's so sexy about the bicycle.
If you say it twice, it just kind of, you know...
It appears in a mirror.
Yeah. Bring. No! Anyway, let's get the heck on with the VR Gamescast, shall we? We have got a few stories to get through before we touch on Demeo's third update, Against, and Unplugged on PC VR. Who in chat said that? Okay, Exotic Pine Nut, you have started us off for the week. You just wrote in all caps, Among Us! That is exactly the story that we're going to start with. Among Us is coming to VR. It was announced at the Game Awards last Thursday, and it will be developed by very familiar friends, the people who made I Expect You to Die, Shell Games. It's going to be coming to Quest, PSVR, and PC VR. And you can see up on the screen right now the little, very short teaser that we got to see. You're kind of doing a little task. You're pressing your buttons, and then the red sussman comes and invades your privacy.
I want to make a gif of this on YouTube if possible.
Shout out to Daniel Lingard Leaper. I'm a commitment coward. Yes, you are. You've also been messaging us, tweeting us, saying we should start half an hour later. Well, here you go.
Well,
be careful what you wish for.
Technical issues mean you get your wish this week.
Careful what you wish for.
I think you're a bigger Among Us fan than me, right? You love Among Us.
We've played it equally, I believe.
No, but I play it so that I can play. I play it so that I can play with people that don't usually play video games and stuff. Like my family, I play it with my family.
Time. Last Christmas, family time, everyone played Among Us. Everyone's family were grade A gamers.
Grade A gamers. Yeah.
The thing about this,
Okay, hit me with it. What's the thing?
it's cool. We got a little sneak peek, but the real question right now is how are they going to incorporate tasks, killing, and tunneling? Do you think they're going to completely strip it out, make a new VR version, kind of Resident Evil 4 it up?
Well, I mean, that's basically what we can kind of see in the trailer, right? Like, it definitely seems like...
I mean, it's all 2D, isn't it? It's all just, no disrespect, crappy drawings.
What, like in the trailer, or you mean
no, in the actual normal game?
Yeah,
it's not 3D. It's just
I think for me the tasks are the
Microsoft
thing
Paint.
that interests me the most. Like, I hope they get some really, really fun ones, and we see them hitting a keypad there, but that's just hitting a keypad. I hope we get to like do pick up wires and make sure they're crossed in the right order and stuff like that. Because that's actually whenever I play Among Us, I actually look forward to doing the task just because I'm sad. But
you're the boffin.
Yeah, I'm the boffin that actually wants to run a tight ship. If I get picked as the imposter, I'm like, oh, I just wanted to get all these things done before someone offed me. But I definitely, it's what gives me a lot of hope for this is Shell Games working on it. Who, is a developer that I'm an immense fan of.
Well, they're not only working on this, are they? We had Lost Recipes.
Lost Recipes, which I keep nearly naming Little Chefs every time. And it's not going away. It's
Road Chef.
Every time it just rolls off the tongue as Little Chefs. And then I'm like, wait, that's got nothing to do with what the game even is. I mean, like the chefs are involved,
food,
yes,
huh?
but they're not they're any size. They're whatever size you are.
Yeah, I suppose so. Go Chef.
Road Chef.
Road Chef.
No, there's a shout out.
Yeah, shout out to UK drivers, I guess.
I saw someone say on Twitter as well, and I hadn't thought about this, but like the really interesting part of this port could be, or not port, or version of the game could be when someone calls to discuss about the imposter, how much body language then plays a part in the experience. Like, are you going to be able to point and be like, it's definitely that guy over there? And is that person going to be like, no? And are you going to be able to like read their body language? Because that was what the Ubisoft game Werewolves Within was all about when it launched in 2016. And it was actually like kind of one of the more groundbreaking, interesting, dynamic VR experiences still around today. It's just a shame we never saw anyone kind of expand on it and do something new with it. And it would be cool if Among Us VR had that possibility.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was definitely not expected with everything that they've done. But then again, it totally makes sense with I Expect You to Die. I'm pretty sure they're going to bring in their cool puzzling experience to this.
Yeah. You got to get me some good interactive elements. Get me on that turret blasting the asteroids with like both hands and actually aiming. Or like I said, crossing wires. Tunneling, I think, will be okay because it's just you could just do a fade,
Adam Hartzell said, "If Quest 1 can't handle this game, I'm a banana." Hello, Potassium Hartzell.
Do we know if it's a Quest 2 exclusive?
No, just Quest, PSVR, and PCVR is all that.
But if they say Quest without saying Quest 2, then it's got to be Quest 1 and Quest 2, right?
Yes, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because Among Us can definitely... If they got The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners on Quest 1, you can get Among Us in VR on Quest 1. I will accept nothing else.
Little do you know, it's more taxing than After the Fall.
Do you think they'll end up doing crossplay? I think it would be nice, but I don't have a lot of hopes for crossplay.
It has to be. Well, you can do... Oh no, look down here! MetaQuest 2 on the
Yeah, but
Bitty
oh
Bob.
yeah, but that's just the logo that Facebook
Quest 2 does.
Meta, sorry.
They need to
gives people when they say we want our logo to sit on the platform. It's always got the two, so it means nothing.
This might be something to clarify.
I think I'm pretty sure in the press release. All right, give me a second. I'll look up the press release.
Okay, all right. We're gonna go over there.
Let's solve this once and for all.
Oh God, this is all right all week, really, isn't it? Oh, here he is. Invading my spaces.
Sorry.
There he goes. Many people think that both Jamie and Quest 2 is sus. I agree, I suppose.
But
Jamie's sus as heck.
So am I just permanently sus? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, sure.
I'm never
permanently sus.
I'm
guess
never
so.
not sus. It's never like it's just wherever I go in life, people suspect me.
It's just your personality, I suppose.
Oh. I like to think I'm quite innocent and charming, but okay.
Permasus is 60/60 bicycle.
Permasus. All right, okay, here we go.
Here we go. We're going to get confirmation right here, live, right now.
Oh, we are when I find the press release and assets. Open up the Google Doc. The Google Doc is loading.
Ooh,
here we go.
Suspenseful.
Today in the Sloth Show Games, the Robot Teddy announced the award-winning party game Among Us coming to VR will be playable on, I'm going to read this out of order for suspense, PlayStation VR, Steam VR, and, if you heard that, Meta Quest. Quest. So I think what happens is when Facebook sends devs
that's so crap.
a press kit
crap with their branding
or
right
an
now.
assets kit and says, we want this in the trailer, they probably just send them the MetaQuest 2 thing, right?
That sucks. So FYI, with the VR showcase that we did on the 2nd of December, check it out if you didn't watch it live or afterwards. But I had to make the logos myself. The MetaQuest and MetaQuest 2 ones.
Oh, you're admitting that to the public.
I'm admitting it to the public because there was no way in hell I was going to get a straight answer from Facebook or Meta.
Not on the time we were.
No, it probably would have taken about 2 months, to be honest.
So there you go, forgery within the VR showcase.
Mate, I have been Meta's branding department. I've been more concise and consistent than what they ever have been.
I will accept that my avatar is sus, but I'm not in control of my avatar. I was just thinking earlier today, or earlier in this podcast even, which was earlier today. I sometimes you look at the screen here in Stevie, and then you turn back, and the pure emotionlessness that is in the face, I just remind myself of a Muppet. Like when Kermit's talking to Miss Piggy, and then he just turns back to the camera.
Yeah,
or
that's really bad.
No, that's not what I meant. Or when Gonzo's talking to Rats.
That was just a really bad Kermit.
Anyway,
Sorry.
you know what I mean.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, yep. We hate that. I hate that they've replaced everything with Quest 2 branding too. It is stupid. Sort your stuff out, Zuck.
Yeah, it's a very brute force, kind of cold and I'd say calculated, but I think if you gave it more than 5 seconds thought and thought, actually, maybe we shouldn't be annoying however many people only have a Quest 1 still.
Yeah, it's totally that. And just the fact that I made it in freaking 2 minutes, I could make, MetaQuest and MetaQuest 2 logos.
All right, bragger.
Hey?
All right, bragger.
Bragger, yeah. Well.
Bragger.
Anyway. Hey guys, you got to cut the lizard some slack. Oh, Quest 1 is still fine. Quest 1 is more than fine. It's fantastic.
Saints and Sinners, best game in VR.
Yeah.
Still runs on a Quest 1.
Mm-hmm.
Runs well on a Quest 1.
Anyway, we'll move on from that. That just kind of trailed off a little bit
Derailed.
on being annoyed at Meta.
But it's basically, to sum up, yeah, it's coming out. Well, they haven't said, but I would assume it comes out in 2022. And it's I don't think we'll be waiting too long, right? Maybe it might be a holiday next year game, but why would you? It's Among Us. It can't.
Oh yeah, no.
It can't take it's not going to be 2 years. It's not going to be an after the full situation where it goes silent for a year and then doesn't come out to the end of 2023. At least I hope something's gone terribly wrong if that's the case.
That vent up there had a little bit of smoke. Some of these things have got little bits of smoke coming out.
I've also only just noticed the pink hand.
The pink hand?
In the logo at the end. I would try and point a bit more towards it, but I'm currently pushing some coats by doing this. So.
Anyway, that's not a pink hand. That's a little pink boy.
Okay. Oh, was that what it was?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it
Anyway,
was like a little
let's
clicker
move on
hand.
from this. I think we
Sorry.
get it. Among Us VR
Sorry.
is coming. It's very exciting. Sorry, a little itch of my head there. Moving on. I mean, it's pretty much all kind of Game Awards stuff, isn't
Yeah,
it?
which happened about 2 hours after we finished last week's podcast.
Yeah, if you
Thanks,
recall,
Jeff.
we were hinting and nudging you towards the Game Awards. Lady Gaga has landed in Beat Saber this week.
Raw.
Oh,
Rah, rah.
Harry Baker of UploadVR.com wrote up his hands-on, and he told us that the pack featured tracks such as Alejandro, Bad Romance, Born This Way, Just Dance, Paparazzi, Poker Face, Rain on Me, Stupid Love, Telephone, and Edge of Glory. So technically, this is also a Beyonce pack. Beyonce's officially on Beat Saber.
Wait, which one's she in?
Telephone.
How does Telephone go?
Stop calling me. I'm busy. No,
don't know. I don't know.
it was
that
a
one.
fantastic video. Anyway, I'm a
What-
very big Lady Gaga fan.
What is the track selection like? I don't know. You tell me.
Fan bloody tastic. This is
Is it?
great. I was expecting a bunch of, kind of B-side, whatever tracks, which they kind of did with Linkin Park a little bit, didn't they? And Billie Eilish. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, I think it wasn't most of. I think some of the new Linkin Park album songs are on.
They like
Linkin
shoving
Park.
new stuff on there. And yes, she's got
No,
two
that's
new
a-
things, but the Rain on Me with Ariana Grande did pretty well. Stupid Love is fine.
It's a form of advertising, isn't it? That's what it is.
Yeah, sure, but she put certified bangers on here.
She did
Yes.
personally.
Yes.
There should be a Lady Gaga avatar to go with it, shouldn't it? Or many different Lady Gaga based avatars.
Yes.
Including
They
Gucci
absolutely
Lady.
should.
Murderous Gucci Lady should be an avatar in Beat Saber. That'd be great.
Jared Leto squeaking and dancing in the background.
So you've got Lady Gaga. First of all, I'm furious that there is no A Star Is Born on here.
Oh yeah, I guess I'm Bradley Cooper in
If
there.
you had Shallow and you just got like that little
In the
do, I mean, it wouldn't work at all. But how good would that be?
Amazing.
You know, just so emotional. Such a like I wouldn't be able to see the blocks through the tears. Where are you coming from?
Not
blocks?
rolling down. Inconsolable.
And in the theme for the level can just be in the garage at the end of the movie with Brad and the dog.
Don't ruin the end.
I didn't ruin it. I just said
Anyway,
it in the garage.
Sexy Bicycle asks who was playing this gameplay that you can see on the screen right now that
Harry.
accompanied Harry Baker's hands-on. Harry Baker, he is our resident Beat Saber player because by God we are useless with it.
Someone's got to do it, and it sure as heck ain't me.
I think he had one little complaint that it's a little bit too easy, which this is on expert, by the way.
Oh, is this expert difficulty? This one right
here? Right now. I kind of feel like I could do it. And when I say that, you done goofed.
Yeah, this is easy. I'm comprehending the slashes and the slices.
Yeah.
So you've got Lady Gaga. So now all that remains is for me to get a Pearl Jam pack, or a Weezer pack. Specifically, like all of the Weezer songs that people don't like. That's what I want. Beverly Hills. Oh my God, Beverly Hills. Just 3 minutes of doing the exact same motion over and over again.
Exotic Fine is still going on about our dead eyes. Your eyes are so dead. Please don't hurt me.
Please.
No promises, boy.
A Pinkerton pack for, just all of Pinkerton.
Mm.
Little Scorcho. And then you have to hit like 60 notes in that little at the start. It's just like every possible note combination on screen at once. You just go,
So cool. We're all very happy about this. I feel like they did a fantastic job in terms of the track listing. Maybe it could have been a little bit harder. I don't know.
Yeah.
All good. Cool. Moving on from that, yet another that was announced at the Game Awards, right?
Yes.
Yet another Game Awards story for you all. Resident Evil 4. You guys, before we started the stream many years ago, were saying, oh, are some people salty that Resident Evil 4 won Game of the Year on Game Awards? I wouldn't say salty considering the other lineup. Anyway,
I mean, I fully expected it to win.
it was up against Hitman 3, I Expect You to Die 2, Lone Echo 2, and Sniper Elite VR. How do you feel about that set of
I
nominations?
feel like those are the very visible choices.
Yeah, scratching the surface.
You know, but I don't want to like be too harsh on it because it was like only like a couple of months ago that we were saying there aren't too many great VR releases to talk about this year. But basically, I feel like it's missing Demeo, and I feel like it's missing Song in the Smoke. Those are my top two choices, I think, for VR games this year. I don't know what everyone else says. Exotic Pine Nut says that Hitman 3 kind of sucked, and I totally understand why people think that because the DualShock 4 controller was not great, but obviously that's coming back. I think it's next month that the PC VR version is out, right? So I'm looking forward to that having another shot.
Yeah, someone asked when Demeo released. When was it?
Demeo launched back in May.
In May,
and then at the showcase next month, we had the reveal of Realm of the Rat King.
Yes.
And then today, which we'll talk about in a bit, is Roots of Evil. So that's a pretty great year for content updates as well, especially when you throw in the mid-game save update that came a couple of months ago as well.
Yes.
But yeah, I was just expecting the second you looked at that lineup, you're like, yeah, Resident Evil 4 is going to win because we're not talking to the core hardcore crowd here, and it's like everyone can vote at the Game Awards, but the winner, it's like it decides 10% of the vote, so it's like one of the jury votes or something, I think.
Oh wow. Okay, I kind of respect that.
And if you're throwing that out there, of course everyone's going to vote for Resident Evil 4 in the wider gaming universe because that's the one everyone knows what is. So yeah, I'm not surprised. I mean, we're gonna be obviously talking about our Game of the Year awards and categories pretty soon.
Pretty darn soon.
Probably next week is when we'll be revealing all of that stuff. But I don't think it's a spoiler to say that I think Resident Evil 4 is
going to
featuring in our best quest games, and I'm thinking maybe it's in our best game list as well. It's not 100% finalized.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I think people might be mad if we kind of don't feature it.
Yeah, this is true.
But yeah. So we will be pre-recording our Game of the Year stuff, FYI. Yeah. And it will take over our next week Gamescast.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Anyway.
So I don't know. Like, it's one of those things where we're the whole thing about the Game Awards, as anyone that watched it will know, is that the actual awards are a distant second to all of the reveals they do. And I understand why they do that, but at the same time, it's like there's two categories of awards: the awards people care about, and the awards that Jeff Keighley doesn't even read the nominations for.
Yeah,
they're just there for the sake of it.
It's like
and this is very much one of those categories at the Game Awards.
It's like so many other award ceremonies where, in the pre-show, they just list them off and...
Yeah. And you're like...
It's like, what's even the point? Like...
It's not... Yeah. I get that that's not what's going to get the viewers, and you need the other thing as well, but...
Yeah. It's like they're given a simulation of, oh yeah, you are part of the awards, but not really. It's quite
Adam
annoying.
Hartzell very correctly nominates VOD as VR character.
My boy! Oh, there should be VR character of the year. That would actually be a very good category.
I mean, you're just saying that because of VOD.
No.
Who else? Lucky?
God, no. I've been that thing.
Oh, I like Lucky.
If you guys play Demeo today...
The Bard.
No, not the Bard. Seabiscuit. So you can watch gameplay of us playing Roots of Evil. It's me, Jamie, Ian and Harry playing together. I kind of cut together some gameplay. There is a very mad horse that kind of swims. It's a very mad sea biscuit, and he totaled us at the end, to be honest.
So that's your two suggestions: VOD from Larsenauts,
angry sea
and
biscuit,
an angry horse enemy in Demeo.
Oh,
that
what
you
else? What
called
else
Sea
released?
Biscuit.
God, you're catch me off guard here. I don't know.
No, I think this should be the rest of the podcast. You just labeling your favorite characters from VR this year. What are you going to go next for? Your hands in Unplugged.
That's really good.
I was quite proud of that one.
Anyway. Well, let's just move on to Demeo anyway. That's the next thing coming up.
Let's do it.
We're talking about it. Let's get into it.
But before that,
news?
Huh?
What's
not news? A reminder.
Thought we're going for the end. Guys, Beanstalker. It's our sorry, you caught me off guard.
Oh, sorry. I thought I'd just written it into the
No,
I'd written it into the plan, so I
end.
thought you knew it was there.
Shout out to our sponsor, Beanstalker. Check out their new update, the Arctic Level, with all new challenges, monsters, and puzzles. Starting this week until the 20th of December. Sorry, December 20th for Americans. Get Beanstalker for 35% off on Steam. Read about it over at UploadVR.com. You'll probably see it as little ads on our website. It's very lovely. I'm a big fan of the animated ads. And check it out on the link below. We've also got the link below. Anyway.
Beautiful.
Demeo.
Onike is just threw the two-headed crow thing from Song in the Smoke into the ring, which I think is also a great shout.
Two-headed crow grandma thing, right?
Yeah, that you see right at the start of the game. And you're like, oh, that is ugly. Such a great roster for a VR Smash Bros. One day.
I'm trying to. You've caught me off guard with the characters.
All right. Well, I mean,
I have many characters to report on.
Yeah, I will. I have no doubt.
I'll think about it.
While you're thinking about it, Demeo's good, isn't it? We love Demeo.
Demeo is bloody lovely. They, as well as the release of Roots of Evil, a little bit of news, or actually a huge info drop, happened. So. On February 24th, 2022, Players Hangout Social Hub release. You can hang out together in Demeo, not just sit around the table. In April of next year, the PC Edition launch, which I know lots of you guys are very excited for. This is non-VR. This is for your normie gamers to jump on in and enjoy Demeo with you. A bit of D&D. I hope this really takes off, to be honest.
I think the audience for it is going to be in people that love playing Demeo in VR and want their mates to play with them, right?
Yeah, I suppose so. But I think it's such a lovely game. I would play it outside of VR.
I don't think I see it catching on with. I think in my own selfish, spiteful way, I think it would almost be a bit of a shame if the PC version became bigger than the VR version.
No, I'm not saying bigger. I'm just saying, don't just keep it to the VR fan base.
No, I'm glad it's there and that opportunity is there. I just also, it's like, keep VR as the focus of the game. Just have this nice. It's like the social screen setting in PSVR, like, right? Like it's nice to have it there, and I think it's cool to have that option for people that want it.
It's one of the few games that have had flat screen gaming as an afterthought or an after update, right? Not many VR games have actually done that.
The only one that's also coming to mind is the Persistence.
Right.
Obviously had a flat screen version come out afterwards, so it could come to Xbox and everything like that. I think there's a few other things that have done it, but it's definitely the only one to do it in this way because it's not
rare,
even an update.
yeah.
I think it's a separate release, a separate game. So I think even if you own, I don't know how they're going to do it actually, but it's definitely a separately listed release on Steam for now.
And to be announced is PvP mode. So play against your friends and 2 new adventures. So I'm guessing 2 new themes or DLC packs. Very cool. What the hell, sampler? Anyway, that caught me off guard.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Well, so PvP is going to be an interesting one. I've never really gotten on with turn-based PvP.
No.
Well, it's just more of a. You have to be very you already have to be patient playing co-op in Demeo.
Yeah.
But in competitive mode,
I swear.
imagine you're playing Ian Hamilton and Ian Hamilton's taking like 6 hours to decide his next turn. You know? And you're like, just please move. And then eventually he wins by like blinding defeat. But
yeah. Whereas if you play against me, I kind of jump ahead without thinking and it'll be over pretty quick. And
yeah,
it's
exactly.
okay.
I'll just let you run into the nest of enemies and just sit back with my Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, 2 new adventures. What do you think? We've had bards, we've had rat kings,
Snowy.
we've had Snowy.
The Yeti.
Oh, that'd be
Demeo
really
Yeti Adventures is the next chapter.
Yeti more Demeo. Kill me.
Awful.
So it's still very dungeony. I'm trying to think.
Sampler, we're just kidding, dude. It's fun.
Sky stuff. That's not very dungeony. Sorry.
That's quite. You can have a sky dungeon. Zelda did it. Like,
yeah, I suppose
in the worst Zelda game, Skyward Sword.
Like everything's just.
Might have started a fight in the chat there. Yeah. So what? But what did you think of Roots of Evil? We played about 2 hours last night, or 2 nights ago.
Yes, which is the gameplay that you can see right here, right now.
Yeah, this is the first. We did 2 runs. This is the first one where we got brutally murdered in the space of about half an hour
by Seabiscuit.
And you just remembered it. Just there's all this cool new stuff to check out, and you're so excited to like dig in and see what's new. But you also have to just balance the fact that
getting your
people
flesh
are
ripped from your
trying
bones
to murder you very, very quickly and in great number.
Yep. Oh, and this little hurricane number that Jamie didn't we were so confused. We did not know what it was going to do. It's just random. It just moves around the map.
Yeah. It's a cyclone that has a mind of its own. So this is what the bard can summon, the new character class. And it would just basically I cast it thinking, oh yeah, it's right next to a group of enemies. That's going to go down great. But then it didn't do anything on its first turn. And then on the second turn, it just proceeded to rip through all of us.
Us, yeah.
So yeah, you have to be very, very careful. It's typical Demeo. The game just does not give you a break, man.
No.
Like, look at how this is just as we started. This is literally 5 minutes into our first map, and there's there's like 6 enemies like coming towards us there.
Yeah, at least, yeah.
Although Harry just dealt with them, or Ian just dealt with them very well indeed.
I think it's Harry.
Yeah, it's just relentless. And I said in my preview coverage that is on the site now that you can read that it's like, as someone that really enjoys turn-based strategy games and, XCOM and everything like that, I don't mind the difficulty. It's just this weird thing that resolution games, who otherwise makes the most accessible, approachable VR games out there, made a turn-based strategy game that is hard as anything I've ever played. Like it's so brutal, and you have to pay so much attention all the time.
Yeah.
And I do love that about it, but I also wonder, would the game have a bit of a bigger audience if there was also maybe a mode where it was like, not even necessarily harder statistically, just less enemies, or easier statistically, just less enemies. I feel like it could probably do with that, right?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. The second run, we were much more cautious and we got through and we won. So
that's very true. But it's great, and it's the first time I've played it since it got the save function back in it.
Yes,
and it's just so unbelievably good to be able to complete a run. It's one of those things where you realize how much you take for granted some basic features, but it's so great to just be able to complete a run.
Here he is, Seabiscuit.
Exit. Yeah, that was Seabiscuit. The
horrid little blighter.
But yeah, I'm excited for next year. There was a time earlier this year when we were talking, and we were both kind of on the edge of like, when this game released in May, it seemed like it could pretty confidently win Game of the Year, but we hadn't seen enough in terms of updates, and it was taking ages for the save function to come out.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's all here, I definitely feel like it's back in the running.
I'm gonna fight for it.
You're gonna fight for it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Get Seabiscuit on my side.
Yeah.
He'll smash you.
But yeah, so that's out today. It's out now, and if you
Yes.
own Demeo on Quest, Rift, or Steam VR, give it a shot.
Give it a shot. It's all free though, isn't it? No?
Yeah. Well, no, Demeo's not free.
No. The updates are free.
Yeah, it's free if you own it.
Amazing. I mean, they're just completely new campaigns to work through. Multi-leveled campaigns. Give it a go. Shall we move on to our next piece?
Please do.
Next up, Jamie's going to tell us about Against, as it has just hit the Steam VR store. It was in early access, and we gave it a go a little while ago. We were very impressed, and I think everyone's very much into it. Jamie, what are your impressions of the full release?
Yeah, it's interesting. So, with the build I was given, you downloaded it, and it was just the normal demo that they released at Steam Next Fest earlier in the year. But then you had to like do the thing you can do in Steam Properties tab, and like change it over to like the press build, basically.
Yeah.
And I forgot to do that step the first time I went in. And I went into the demo and I was like, oof, man, this looks rough. I can't believe they're releasing it like this. And I was like, oh, wait, I haven't changed the press build over. And so I changed it over. And the difference in graphical fidelity was just absolutely out of this world insane. The game looks like, this isn't exaggeration what you're seeing on the screen. Like all this really lovely animation, really, super stylish, smooth, textured art style is what you get in the game, and it's really incredible to look at inside the headset. And the thing I said in my preview in summer was just how great that combination, like it's got so many different elements to it that just all feel so fun in unison. So there's the sword swinging, there's knuckle dusters, there's shooting, there's wall running, there's normal running, there's jumping, there's like deflecting bullets with your sword. All of that, like, it's happening at such a fun, erratic pace that you just like really, really get into it. And Opsar says pistol whip with sword. Yeah, it basically is, but it's also not quite the shoot to the beat focus that pistol whip is. It's a little more casual than that. The only problem I've been encountering, and I've played for maybe a bit over an hour, is it with that massive graphical jump, it just runs terribly on my PC. And I have a 2060 Super, so it's not nowhere near the best card, but it's not a bad card. And I feel like for a rhythm-based action game, you should probably be optimizing that to be able to run on a very decent card like that.
Yeah. Just a quick shout out to Andrew King. He says, "Hi, Zeena and Jamie." Hello, Andrew King. Thank you, our dear member, for joining us. You are very, very welcome here.
Yeah.
Please carry on.
Great to see you. Yeah, and it loaded up on ultra settings, and I was like, oh, that's why it's running like crap. You could only bring it down to medium settings, and it still kind of ran like crap. And it was, usually I can like soldier on and stomach through a bit of performance issues in VR, but when it comes to this, if I'm swinging my sword and then it just suddenly jolts, and I don't know if I've like made the connection or not, it was actually ruining my game, and I was having a very hard time getting through the levels. So I need to play it on your PC because you have a lovely 3070 Ti, and I need to try it there.
Yeah, unfortunately, I also have to do some video editing and some work of my own, so you're not always able to jump on. So Andrew King, you were very right. I've got a 3070 Ti.
Yeah, but and it's always hard talking about performance issues on PC because it's just the same as everything else. Everyone's PC is different. There might be a very specific reason it's disagreeing with my PC that I just haven't clicked with yet. Like I had everything else shut down on it. Sunflower is using a 2060 Super. So yeah, we'll just have to. I'll just have to try it on yours with the medium settings again and see. But when I was playing it on Ultra again, whew, it looks phenomenal. When you have a sword, it just kind of lights up. Like when you hold it in a specific way, like the sunlight just bounces off of it, and it's just such a cool little.
You just want to kiss it.
Yeah, I just want to kiss my sword. It's such a cool little effect. So I want to see. I want to see it on yours because
Okay, cool.
I feel it'll be telling. Basically, it's out on Steam VR now, so we're basically going to know by the end of the day if it's running well for people because those Steam VR user reviews will sure as hell let you know.
Sticking with PC VR, you've also tried Unplugged, which is now available on PC if you have the Valve Index controllers for finger tracking.
Yeah.
You were not too hopeful, but did your opinions change?
A bit.
Yeah.
So there's good and bad things about Unplugged on PC. Can you do an image? Sorry, I can't find the video. So yeah, you're using the Valve Index controllers, like you said. So instead of the hand tracking, which you see here now, which is doing, very good job of keeping up with me, waggling my fingers like crazy, doing all these kinds of things. Oh no, it broke a bit there. Oh no, okay, don't worry about that. You're using, the kind of, I think anyone that's used a Valve Index controller knows the finger tracking on those controllers is not always perfect. Like I said in my preview, that when I played through Alex, for example, and I had my pinky down, just my pinky down, like I have kind of smallish hands, so this finger was coming down too because it was like crossing over two areas. And obviously in a game like Unplugged, where you need all 5 fingers responding perfectly to hit all the notes that need to be hit at the right time, not 5 fingers, sorry, 4 fingers, that's a bit of a problem. But they do some things that kind of help improve the experience. So there's something called dynamic calibration, they call it, where you are meant to drum your finger along the index controller handle before you start playing. And I found that it was working for me, but if I was looking at my hand intensely, I would spot the times my finger wasn't coming all the way down when it should have done, and when it wasn't going all the way up when I released it. So there were definitely some problems there. But on the plus side, it feels a bit more tactile to have controllers in your hand, for starters. It feels a bit more like you're holding a guitar neck. And the real big one is that when you strum, you get the vibrations. You actually get a sense of making a connection with the guitar, which is in my mind, is a big bonus over the Quest version. It's just that the hand tracking is basically how this game was designed to be played in the first. And it's so much easier to just like disconnect from reality and not think about the experience so much with hand tracking and just doing this than it is with those index controllers wrapped around your hand, trying to get your fingers specifically in the right bit so it registers the right spot. So I still think it's a good version of the game. It's definitely not the train wreck that I was somewhat expecting. But if you have a choice between the two, I would definitely say get the Quest version.
Wonderful. And that's just about it. All we've got in this episode of the VR Gamescast. Should I do it one more time? Let's give it one more shout out.
Yeah, do it.
Let's hear it for the Bean.
Stalker.
Shout out to our sponsor, Beanstalker. Check out their new update, The Arctic Level, with all new challenges, monsters, and puzzles. You can get it for 35% off until the 20th of December. Check out the link below or head over to UploadVR.com. Equally, head over to UploadVR.com for all of the stories that we have mentioned today. And join us every single Thursday. Again, next week, we have got our VR awards. So it will be pre-recorded. Don't worry, there will not be any technical problems.
It's like a week of specials next week. Both of them are pre-recorded, but the plan right now is to have a Monday show where we go through nominations, and then a Thursday show where we announce our winners.
Yes. It has been a pleasure. Thank you very much, G1360VR.
So I guess this actually, it's a good point. This is actually going to be the last time we're going to be live, Maybe not this year, but before Christmas. So
Oh God, yeah. Well, the next Thursday after that, isn't it the 30th or something?
yeah, we'll be here for that.
Cool. So we'll see you before the year's out. But until then,
have a great Christmas, everyone.
yeah, have a lovely Christmas. I'm sure we'll probably say that in the pre-recorded show as well. But it has been a pleasure. We will catch you next week and going forward. Goodbye. Daniel Lingard Leaper, great show, even better at 5:30.
You keep paying us money, we'll keep doing it 5:30, maybe.
That's our evening, damn you. Anyway, thank you very much. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Ho, ho, ho,
One
ho.
and all. Goodbye, everyone. Much love.
Bye.
Goodbye.